Hey everybody, I'm Bobbie Camacho with Signature Real Estate Group. Today we're going to go over some closing costs today, and we're also going to go over some down payment because people are a little bit confused on down payment. To help us with that is Shelly Panzarella from Prosperity Lending. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Bobbie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
I noticed you have a scarf on. It was a
I
little
know
chilly, huh?
it's getting cold in Las Vegas. That's the
It
first
is,
sign.
right? I took my daughter to school, 55 degrees in the car.
Yep.
I was like, whoa, what's this? So I'll be prepared tomorrow.
Yes.
So today we're going to go over some down payments. I know a lot of my clients, they say you need 20% down. I can't buy a house. And I tell them, no, there's 3%, there's 3.5%, there's 5%, there's, more than that. So, definitely talk to one of us, but Shelly is going to go over the different percentages we have and touch base on that.
Awesome. Thanks, Bobbie. Yeah. So one of the great things that I always hear is it gives us an opportunity to share is everybody believes that 20% down is the standard for loans. And I'm happy to share that with everybody that it's actually lower. So for FHA financing, you can actually get into a home with as little as 3.5% down. For VA, which is for our active military and our honorably discharged, they can actually do 0% down. And then for conventional financing, if you're a first-time home buyer, you can actually put as little as 3% down. Traditional, if you're not a first-time home buyer, would be 5% down. So hopefully that helps to at least get everybody to know that you do not have to put 20% down when buying a home. The other thing to keep in mind is our cash to close. I think some people get confused as to that it just is our down payment. But there is cash to close also that's included inside of that. Bobbie, are you okay if I go through all of that, or do you want me to?
Yeah. And what we call it is closing costs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So that's what our verbiage is to you guys. And that closing cost is at the end. So if you start today, you purchase a house, you like it, we put a contract in, it's actually at the end of the 45 days when you get your keys. Right before you get your keys is when you have to put that in. But yeah, go ahead and elaborate on that.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. So a lot of people think that 5% or 3.5% or 3% down payment is all needed at the time that you go into contract. So as Bobbie mentioned, it's actually done at the closing time, but it is in addition to your down payment. So as an example, if we were looking at an FHA loan and you're going to put 3.5% down, you're going to also want to be prepared for closing costs, which on average, and depending on sales price, is about 3%. So if you add the 3.5% down payment plus the 3% down, that is going to be 3% closing costs. That's going to be your total cash to close. Gets even trickier than that. You have your total cash to close in the very, very beginning of the transaction when your offer is accepted. You do have to provide an earnest money deposit. That's ultimately good faith for the buyer or for the seller that you're going to go into contract with them. And actually, maybe Bobbie, you can explain what earnest money deposit is, the actual definition for that.
Yes. So your earnest money deposit is actually part of your down payment. So the good faith money that the seller wants, it goes to the title company. So it doesn't actually go to the seller. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, I'm giving my money to the seller, but it doesn't. It goes right to the title company. So we have the buyer, you, then we have the title company, and then we have the seller. So in between that, they handle all the money. They hold it. So the earnest money could be 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is. The title company does hold that for you before it goes to the seller at the end of the 45 days of closing. So the 45 days is actually what we call escrow. So escrow to us is the 30 to 45 days. So within that time frame, you're doing a lot of paperwork. There's no money yet. In the beginning, there's your earnest money, but nothing else. And then that earnest money goes towards your down payment at the end. So it is your money.
Yeah, so great clarification there. So when you think about it, you'll have your down payment plus your closing costs equals the total cash to close for the transaction, minus that earnest money deposit. So as Bobbie was mentioning, 30 to 45 days at the close of escrow. Once that happens, you'll actually subtract the total cash to close minus your earnest money. And that's what you'll have to be prepared to bring in at closing. So if you have any questions around what your minimum down payment requirements are going to be, and then what your total cash to close is going to be, definitely reach out to Bobbie and myself.
Yes, I hope that helps you guys. pretty much in a nutshell, but we can elaborate on that when you definitely call us. But I hope that helps you guys, and share this information with your friends and family that want to purchase now or even later. Save this video for you guys, because it's good to keep all this information handy for you. But if you want to reach out to us, call us, text us, email us, however you want to get a hold of us. We're here to help you every step of the way, even if it's now or in the future. Or we'll definitely give you clarity on what you can do when purchasing a house. So with that said, make it a great day. Bye.
Bye.